Good morning, everyone. So according to David Johnson, 90% of people that are being executed actually happens in Asia. So in China, from the year 1998 to the year 2000, about 15,000 people were being executed a year. So that's a lot of people. So today I'm here to inform you about Proposition 62, and if you listen to me, then it will be a little bit easier for you when you go out and vote, and you'll know exactly what you want to vote for. So there's three central ideas that I will be talking about. First, I will talk about the implications of the death penalty. Second, I will be talking about the cost of the death penalty. And third, I will be talking about another country that has already implemented Proposition 62. So to begin, I will start by talking about some implications that come with the death penalty. So Aronson and Simon have an article called Science and the Death Penalty, which was published in the Law and Social Inquiry in 2009. They talk about an issue that comes up with the death penalty. So as we know now, we have DNA evidence, which is the best way to prove that someone is guilty, but they talk about how there can still be mistakes made when the evidence is being gathered or analyzed, and sometimes errors come up and the scientists don't go back on it to look. So there is still kind of an uncertainty with DNA evidence, even though it has improved over the years, and in the past we have executed many innocent people. It has made it so that we can say that someone is guilty and be about right, but not quite. There's still that little, like 1% of uncertainty. So another issue that comes up is, Linton talks about it, his article, Physician Participation in Execution, talks about the 3 steps that we take in putting someone to sleep. So first it starts off with an anesthetic, and the second and the third injections are actually the ones that stop the heart and put the person to sleep. So in the past, there has been times when the anesthetic isn't effective, or it doesn't go into effect for a while. So the second and the third injection that we give them actually end up being really painful, which violates the 8th Amendment that does not allow the federal government to impose any pain or suffering on a person. So there can be issues that come with the death penalty, and now that I have to talk to you about those issues, I will be talking about the cost of the death penalty. So Peterson and Lynch, both professors at the University of Irvine, talk about, or they claim that the commission, in 2012, the commission estimated that California was spending about $137.7 million on death penalty related costs alone. You may be wondering where this money is coming from, and it's actually coming from the taxpayers. So being able to vote is basically allowing you to make your decision on whether you want your money to go towards the death penalty or not. And it actually cost $71 million more to put someone in the death penalty than to have them in life in prison. So it costs a lot of money, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of trials, so that's why it costs a lot of money. Now that I've talked to you about the cost of the death penalty, I will be talking about another country which already has implemented Proposition 62. So Canada, as Simon, Harvard professor, talks about, already abolished the death penalty, and they actually have a lower homicide rate than we do here in the United States. So this comes to show that maybe having the death penalty and a homicide rate, they don't really correlate, or there might not be, as we say, like the death penalty might scare people into not committing crimes, but as in Canada's situation, it hasn't exactly shown that. So now that you know a little bit more about Proposition 62, I would like for you to remember the three ideas when you're going to vote. Don't forget about, first, the the complications that come with the death penalty. Second, the cost of the death penalty. And third, the how Canada has used the death penalty and how it has affected them. So if you vote yes, that will get rid of the death penalty and have it be just life in prison. And if you vote no, it will continue the death penalty. So now that you know more about Proposition 62, I hope it is less stressful on you going into vote, and I hope you know exactly what you will vote for.